Good morning. Welcome to this new video of US politics viewed by a Canadian. Today I'm going to talk about the differences between Canadian and American voting process, election process. So here in Quebec, the way it works, we have 125 counties, and it's the same thing for the rest of Canada, by the way. Here in Quebec, we have 125 counties. Each county elects one guy, one deputy, who's going to represent him in the National Assembly. So that's 125. The four major parties we have here are Parti québécois, Québec solidaire, Parti libéral du Québec, or the Liberal Party of Quebec, and Coalition Avenir Québec. So those are the four major parties we have that have elected officials at the National Assembly right now. So let's say we have, like I said, we have 125 different seats. Out of those 125, each party leader is a deputy on his own right, of his own county. Like François Legault, his party, I think, is Verchères or something like that. Or no, it's L'Assomption, sorry. Verchères was Bernard Landry. So François Legault is getting elected in L'Assomption, and he's the party leader of Coalition Avenir Québec. Now, in the last election, Coalition Avenir Québec got the majority of seats. Therefore, François Legault is named Prime Minister. So we don't vote directly. Each county does not vote directly for the Prime Minister. We vote for the deputy of our county, and that's it. As you can see on the ballot, the sample ballot I'm showing right now. So this is the main reason why here in Quebec and in Canada, we know the election result the same day. Simple as that. Does that mean we run better elections than the United States? No, probably not. It's just a simpler process. That's it. Each democracy has its own way of voting process. That's all. So right now, let's show what a US ballot looks like. As you can see, the US ballot, you have elections for president, one out of two times during two out of three times on a presidential election. You have a senator election. You have the House representative. You may have the governor. You may have the state senate, state representative, and then for county you have county sheriff, county judge. You have, I don't know how many things to vote on in the United States on one election. And that's not even counting all the different referendums they can have. So for one person to go at a voting location, he has to vote on 15, maybe 20 things, 20 different things. So when it comes time to tabulate the votes, you have the vote counters have 15, 20, 25 things, maybe even 25 things to tabulate. That's why they're using machines, and those machines are audited all the time, and they are secure. So all the nonsense about it takes too much time, well, it takes too much time. Each state has different laws. Why does Florida know the winner the same day as the election? Well, it's simply because Florida permits to have all the mail-in, all the absentee, all the advance voting done, counted before election day. That's how Florida does it. So the only thing they have to count on election day is the votes that were cast on election day. The majority of states won't let, and a lot of those states, the rules were made by the Republican Party of the state, because it's different states determine how they run the elections. So a lot of states, they don't allow votes to be counted before election day, and all the mail-in, all the absentee, all the advance voting must be counted after the election day votes. So imagine that, let's say in Arizona. Let's take the example of Arizona. Okay? Arizona, each ballot, each mail-in ballot, each absentee ballot, well, in essence, each ballot has to be signature verified. So that takes time. Then it goes to one representative of each party on the voting site to say, okay, this is legal, this is legal, this is legal. Okay, this one is not legal, the signature. And then it goes to tabulation. So let's say there's 50 people checking signatures. On election day, there were almost 500,000 ballots dropped in the mail-in, in the election drop boxes. 500,000. So you want 50 person in Maricopa County maybe checking signature, 500,000 signature in one day? Are you kidding me? Come on. That's an impossible task. So if you want to know results, and I'm speaking to all states right now, all states that won't permit vote counting before election day, you want to clear up all the doubts, you want to take out all those conspiracies saying, oh, they're dropping ballots, the Democrats are dropping ballots until they win, and then they have to know how many they require to win. That's a bunch of bullshit. Okay? 2020, Trump's own appointee for Homeland Security said that the election, the 2020 election, was the most secure ever. The most secure ever. 2022 is not different. So as long as you keep the same process, you're going to have the same complaints from election deniers. That's it. Allow vote counting before election day, and you will solve maybe the majority of the problem of conspiracy theories. But like I'm saying, I'm coming back to my main subject. So imagine you have 25 different things to count, and the ridiculous thing, the election deniers say they want to have the election results by the end of the election day, and they wanted to have hand counts. Can you imagine how much time that would take? Come on, be serious. You have voting machines. Machines are working fine. I'm sure about that. Election integrity, there's no problem with that. And unless we have evidence of the machines being rigged, and by the way, 2020, we'll come back to 2020 election. And before January 6th, there was Republicans accessing a voting site in Georgia where they accessed the voting machines. Republicans, not Democrats, Republicans. So I'll say that I'll stop right there, okay? But what I'm saying is, you want to solve the election integrity problem, count the absentee, the mail-in, and the advanced voting votes before election day, and give all the results at once. Problem solved. Have a nice day.